Welcome, everybody, to the Packing Orders Podcast. Frizz, episode 9.
Pop, 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 pop.
I really want that sound machine.
I know.
Just so I can be off on the side.
Yeah.
Do I have to wait till Christmas?
Oh, should I put that on the list? Okay, it wasn't on my radar, but yeah. Okay.
No, because because I don't want my Christmas presents to be a write-off.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Are you trying to write off my
Yeah, I
Christmas
am.
presents? What about the clothes we wear while filming? Like, can I say I bought this hoodie for videos?
Yeah.
It's a write-off?
Yeah. Well, technically, it could be inventory because someday you'll list it.
Do we just
Is that how it works?
do we list all of our clothes, but the stuff we keep is just like $1,000? And people are like, I'd never spend $1,000 for that hoodie. And be like,
smart.
we tried.
I do that with some things that I find that I want to wear a couple times. I'll like price them up so high, like knowing that they won't sell.
Mhm.
But like I get to wear them a couple times, then I price it lower.
Is that tax fraud?
No.
Should we cut this part out?
I don't know. No, because like strippers get to write off their like nails and their makeup and
How do you know that?
I don't know. I've heard like Hooter girls used to.
Oh, okay.
I was
That's how
not,
you
but
knew.
I wasn't
Guys,
a tr-
Frizz worked at Hooters.
It was in high school. I was just the hostess with the mostest. I was not a Hooters girl. I was a hostess with the mostest. But the girls got to write off their like hair and nails and tanning and stuff.
Mhm. What made you the mostest?
Well, because I was the hostess.
Oh,
with the
it just
hostess.
rhymed?
Yeah.
Oh, like personality?
Oh,
I could say something, but I won't.
okay.
You weren't exactly waitress material.
I was a bartender for like 15 years.
I meant at Hooters.
Oh yeah, no, this is true. No, I would have been cut. I'd have been cut.
You would have been the weekday shift.
Yeah.
Aww.
Aww. It's okay.
Anyway, so episode 9, Frizz, reminds me of Ferris Bueller
Yeah.
because we have done this podcast 9 times.
9 times.
9 times. We
Bueller.
it is Sunday morning when we're filming because we have to get this in before football starts because that's Johnny time.
Number 1.
The Bills play tonight, so
Go Bills.
hopefully, well, we're gonna have dinner at Pop's.
Making wings.
That'll be lovely. But we got to get this in. We don't really have a topic for today.
Well, we're gonna make a topic.
Well, we have to. And that's the end of episode 9.
See you next week.
But no, I do want to. We've been very busy in the Frizzy's Finds world. The nice thing about fall and the not so nice thing about fall is I feel like everything happens in fall.
Yeah, this is true. Fall is busy time in reselling world.
Like we get all of our church sales. I think everybody who holds off on doing garage sales in the summer because it's so hot start to pop up in fall. And then I feel like our travels, we're fall people.
There's been a lot of grand openings and more to come. So
Yeah.
the fall time. So I don't know.
We talked about the Greenville, South Carolina one on last week's episode, and we talked about all the wacky behavior that was going on there. But check out our Frizzy's Finds channel because we just dropped the video of the Greenville, South Carolina thrift grand opening. A little underwhelming.
It was.
But does it make you, we talked about this too on the video if you haven't seen it yet, but it doesn't really, like, so what? We'll go to more.
Yeah, of course. It doesn't change my opinion on Goodwill grand openings because more of them are, I mean, they're, for the most part, they're good.
Yeah. And guys, if you're wondering, people ask us all the time, and I know we've said this before, but just literally Google Goodwill grand opening like 2025, 2026, and then mark accordingly. We've actually been
And
very...
ChatGPT too.
Yeah.
Use ChatGPT and ask them if there's any like grand openings or church rummage sales in your area.
Yeah. And
They pop up.
the last couple, like the Danville one you went to, the Greenville one, like we found out like less than a week in advance.
Yeah.
So there's definitely no like goodwillgrandopening.com.
No, I wish somebody should make that
lists
though.
all of them. Well, people would say we should because we
Yeah.
find them. We're not.
We're not. No, sorry.
But yeah, so we just keep
Just
Googling,
checking.
keep searching. And
I feel
that's,
like I do it once a week. And typically I usually check like later in the week because I'm checking for the weekends too.
yeah, I've noticed from doing a lot of like searching that if you search early in the week, not everything's posted yet. And so it's
Like Thursdays
best
I
to-
usually start searching. Yeah.
And then just map it out accordingly. But I know we've also said this before, double check and make sure that it's right and that it's not.
Yeah, because ChatGPT doesn't always, not 100.
And ChatGPT likes to give you after the fact.
Yeah.
Like, hey, there's none this weekend, but here's a list of what you missed.
Yeah. Like,
You're
thanks.
like, really?
Thanks a lot.
And it's like, I missed one last weekend, but when I asked you last week,
It
you
wasn't
didn't tell
there.
me about this. So
Rude.
you still have to just double check it. But that's what we use. But Frizz, I do want to talk to you about something.
What?
I did a little thrifting yesterday.
Okay.
Our Goodwills, and I know we've been very blessed and very fortunate.
Right.
They're getting a little screwy with their prices.
Okay, I'm glad you brought this up because 100% they are. And I understand pricing things up that makes sense to price up. And I will pay up for things. I'm not afraid to pay up for things if it makes sense. These days, lately, our Goodwills are insane.
Yeah.
They're pricing up Polo Ralph Lauren polo shirts, short sleeve men's, dime a dozen,
Used. Pre-owned.
for like $25, $30.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can literally go on eBay and get it for cheaper than that.
Yeah. We actually...
It's so silly.
I almost want to stop people, like, when they're looking at it and be like, hey, our eBay store has that same one cheaper.
Yeah. Like, seriously, check eBay before you even go into that Goodwill. Okay, yeah.
I don't understand it. And let me kind of back up and preface, we are very pro Goodwill.
100%. We love Goodwill.
We
pay for a person's salary at Goodwill.
We are very pro Goodwill. We get comments all the time when we go to grand openings and things like that are like, oh, I'll never shop there. I'll never donate there. Blah, 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 blah. We are the opposite. We get annoyed. But, I mean, we get annoyed with each other. So I get annoyed with you. Yeah.
That's weird.
But no, I just say, like, even though, like, we voice frustration, like, we are pro Goodwill. And so I don't want to come off like hypocritical. We're just seeing what we're seeing.
It's just an observation that it is, and like, I think we have mentioned this before. If the Goodwill is overpricing their items so much, they will lose a ton of business. But
I think the big shocker for me is, like, we've slowly seen it, like, here and there. And then we've kind of seen it at some locations and not at other locations.
Yeah.
But I'm starting to see it across the board.
Yeah.
And the prices just don't make sense.
No, they don't make sense at all.
So I was at a Goodwill yesterday. We are in, if you guys don't know, we are in Greensboro, North Carolina, the middle of the state. The closest ski resort is Boone.
Which is like 2 hours away.
Which is two plus hours away if you actually got to the ski resort, right? So we are not in ski country. They had one pair of ski boots for $30.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, dang. Shout out Resell Mania. We watch him all the time. We
love
thrifts
Resell Mania.
in Montana. And we actually, a lot of why we watch him is the outdoor gorpcore stuff he finds.
He finds the best outdoor stuff.
So I'm like, hey, I'm going to look up ski boots. I don't know that we don't
run across them a lot.
Yeah. They wanted $30 for them. So I'm like, dang, these must be good.
Yeah.
Sold comps, highest sold comp, $35.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
And I'm like, I get, like, you're trying to get top dollar for it.
Right.
But the odds of somebody walking into a thrift store, and not even Goodwill, but just a thrift store, 2+ hours from the nearest ski resort, and willing to pay top dollar for a pair of ski boots that hopefully are in your size and fit with whatever your skis or your snowboards are.
Yeah.
You can't, like, Goodwill, you can't compare, like, oh, this is what it goes for on eBay. Because I don't know this. Goodwill, say they get 1,000 people in their store a day, which I think is probably pretty
way
high,
over,
right?
Yeah.
eBay opens you to millions.
Right.
So those sold for $35 on eBay with millions of people willing to buy it. You at most have a couple hundred that are going to see it. You can't compare the two.
No, this is true. You can't. But they love Goodwill. I love Goodwill. But they don't necessarily understand that
No.
at all. At all.
And I get, hey, trying to get top dollar. And we talked about this before
Mm-hmm.
of like 90% of their store is crap. So they have to make money
On
where
the better
they can
things.
make money.
Yeah.
But you don't have the same audience
Right.
that like, I mean, our local Goodwill doesn't get as many customers,
Mm-hmm.
shoppers, as probably Mercari.
Right.
I'm talking about our
Yeah.
individual stores, not
Yeah.
Goodwill as a whole.
Yeah.
You're not, it's
Not even
apples and
close. Not
oranges.
even close. Yeah. Yeah. So we were in a Goodwill last week, and one of our other Goodwills that is crazy pricing, like shoes and bags, they started knocking the price down because she was like, "Oh, we just lowered these prices." I'm like, "Do you think that if you then they're still way too high?" But it's like if you would have done that in the beginning, maybe somebody would have bought it. Now they think it's overpriced. It's behind the counter. Are they going to ask every time they go in there if it's been lowered?
Yeah.
No. Is it still worth it because it's way too high still? Yes. Is it going to be end up in the bins? Probably.
Yeah. But I was very disappointed to see it starting to get a little stupid.
Yeah.
And I get it because and it's not us as resellers saying, "Well, you just want it for cheap so you can then sell it for that price." Maybe part of that is true, but also we get more eyes on our eBay store than walk into a local Goodwill in our area.
This is true.
And
yeah, this is 100% true. Yes.
and if you're, and we talked about this before, I know, but if you're walking into a thrift store, like your head is like in that $5 to $10 range.
Right. For the average thrifter, I don't see an average thrifter, and I think we've said that. Like, I don't see an average thrifter going into a thrift store and being okay with spending $30 for one item.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's not realistic.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, then they are not going to want to come back.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to turn them off, and they won't come back.
Yeah. I only bring this up again, and I know we've talked about this before, but I only bring it up again because I really saw it this week.
Yeah.
And we have been very blessed because we said before, people are always like, screw Goodwill, like I'll never shop there. Our prices have always been very fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In our area. Like we've always
Yeah.
been kind of the exception where like we've been to Seattle and New York and Boston and we've thrifted in those places and like even our astronomical prices are like low Seattle prices.
Yeah, that's true.
And so we get that, but also cost of living it's
Right.
again not apples and oranges. You're
Yeah.
not comparing New York City to middle of nowhere Carolina. So like the prices will be different. But like $20 for a used sweatshirt. And if you're like the Polo Ralph Lauren quarter zips for $19.99 or $24.99, right? One, it's not consistent because I saw some
For $5.
for $5,
Yeah.
right? So it's not consistent enough.
No.
But two, if you're thrifting, right? And the reason people hate resellers is because we steal all the good stuff and those in need can't get what they need, right?
Right.
That's our knock. If you're really in need at the thrift store,
And you want a quarter zip for the fall.
you probably it would be nice to have a Ralph Lauren one, but you probably don't really care.
No, you just want
A quarter
zip. And maybe they probably are like, I want a green quarter zip or I want a blue quarter zip. And they don't even look at brands.
Or just in my size.
yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. or yeah, you're right.
And like to me, so you're like, okay, I'm not going to pay 20 or 25 for this Ralph Lauren. I'm just going to buy this Izod one because I don't care about brands. And this one actually is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Because there are brands that we see thrifting that we're like, oh, this is nice. We don't buy it because it doesn't, the numbers don't warrant it for
Right.
reselling, but are like, still like, these are nice.
Like you would wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would just buy that instead. So I get the business angle of we're trying to make money, but who are you trying to appeal to?
Yeah, that is true.
Because as resellers,
not.
we're not buying it for $20.
No.
As casual thrifters, you're not buying it for $20.
No.
So who the hell's buying it?
Well, that's when they'll learn. I mean, they'll learn.
And I'm in the thrift store and I hear the manager talking to one of the cashiers about how they're lowering the price on like something that was in the case.
Right. But then they have to do more work, right? Isn't that more work?
I
That's more work because you're pricing it up and then you got to go reevaluate
but
because it doesn't sell.
and so like that annoyed me, but then I kind of thought about it. Like, do we do that?
I mean, yeah, this is true.
You know what I mean? Like, so am I just ticked at Goodwill for doing that because Goodwill's supposed to be our cheap place to buy things?
hmm
Or is it like, no, that makes sense. That is right. Like swing high.
I
Like,
mean,
what
I
do
get
you
it.
do when you have a Coach bag and you're like, okay, 4 of these have sold. I have the only one.
hmm
You don't say, okay, the top one sold for 300, so I'm going to list mine for 300. You're like, I'm going to go 350.
Yeah,
And then I'll
that's
send
true.
off all
That is
offers, or
true.
then I'll lower the price.
Yeah.
So are they just doing what we
Of
do,
course.
but we're just ticked at it because that's our source?
I don't know. But you bring up a valid point. It is a valid point.
All I want to know is like I was annoyed. Like that ticked me off. Seeing $20 Ralph Lauren quarter zips at Goodwill ticked me off.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want. They can
And they
price things
will.
however they want. But are they technically doing it right?
I don't know. You'd have to.
And I'm just annoyed as a
Okay, so
reseller.
during our meetup, this is a plug.
Oh yeah, plug for the meetup.
For the meetup, we are going to have a back end Goodwill tour of their bins, but there will be corporate people there that we can ask questions.
Yeah.
So that is a question that maybe we could ask
Thursday,
them.
November 6th, we'll put the sign up below in Greensboro. We're going to have a lunch at 11 a.m. And then we're going to go to the Goodwill corporate office, which also happens to be the outlet, aka the bins. We're going to chat with Goodwill. We're going to tour behind the scenes, and then we're gonna shop.
Yeah, and then we can shop, and then we can go wherever thrifting. We'll tell you all the good places in the
Yeah.
area.
And we did a meetup, maybe 6 months ago or so.
We did.
Or not a meetup. We did at the bins. We did a
tour.
a tour,
Yeah.
like I don't even know what it was or how we got invited, but
Yeah, they offered a tour to people. I think we were on their email list or something. And they were,
but
they
it was
sent
more
over.
like local businesses, and they were all just
Yeah, it was
sharing.
like it was almost like a chamber of commerce thing.
Yeah, it was very Chamber of Commerce. Everyone was like, "Oh, I'm with so and so
I
law
sell
firm
insurance.
or what?" Yeah, and we're like, we're resellers.
We're like, hi. So we didn't get to ask the questions that we really wanted to ask because it wasn't the right like it wasn't the right time for
We
that.
didn't want to be the jerks.
But I feel like we could.
This is
with
the
this.
time.
Yes, with this meetup, we can ask the hard questions.
Hopefully, the lady who we've been working with, who said that she watched our one pod, is not still watching. if she awkwardly cancels and was like, "Oh, something came up that day,"
they're gonna ask all these questions that we don't want to answer. Cancel.
I just want to understand, and maybe like I'm not. They can do whatever they want, right?
Well,
And
they will do whatever they want.
Well, but they can,
Yeah.
right? And I just want to know, like, if what they're doing makes sense, I will give them that. Because right now, to me, it doesn't make like if I ran Goodwill,
Right.
it would be different.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's right or wrong, but if they explain it, like, hey, this is why we price what we price and what brands, and this is how we do it, and if I'm like, you know what, touche, Goodwill, I would do that too. But if they're like, oh, well, we know what the people like, and
I don't know.
only because there's just so much stuff.
There is so much stuff. And knowing that like only 20% of it hits the floor, it makes it even more like sad that they're marking things up.
I am really curious to see. I don't know if you mentioned this before on video. I know we've talked about it, but you said we're going to like color tags, like how Florida is.
Yeah. The barcode tags.
Yeah. But then they're going to be like color of the weeks, and this color's on sale, and dollar days, and all that fun stuff, like Florida does.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see how that, if at all, impacts the bins.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that it will impact the bins for sure because they're having half off weeks. So I mean, yeah.
So it will impact what comes from the racks,
right? But there are
to
still
the bins.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of raw donations at our bins that don't have tags. So I'm assuming that it would probably be the same.
So what I'm wondering is because they're going to start individually pricing things, which these when I talk about things being priced up or written or marked up
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, this is a small amount compared to how much stuff is in the store.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I say that to say most of it just gets regular priced.
Mm-hmm.
What is premium is so small that we can kind of notice that they're
Yeah.
getting
Well, because we
ridiculous.
always look at it.
Yeah.
Because it's a separate area. The premium is always in a separate area.
But what I'm wondering is because a couple of stores have already started to do that, are they bringing less stuff out? Is less hitting the floor? Therefore, more raw will hit the bins?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I know that for right now, it's going to take our stores a little bit to get used to the barcode tags. It's going to take them longer to tag the items in the back. So not. I'm assuming that less will hit the floor initially,
Yeah.
but until they get used to it.
Yeah.
So.
So I'm wondering if instead of the bins getting more donations kind of after the fact, if the bins will take on more of the raw because they can't process as
Yeah.
much. Where, I don't know, say,
Interesting.
say they could process 1,000 items a day, maybe they can only do like 800 to get
Yeah.
started or something, and then maybe the bins will be better for a little
Yeah,
bit.
maybe. I might have to hit up the bins more. Gosh, I've been trying to go to the bins, but I went again this one time last week and I was in there for maybe 10, 15 minutes, didn't find anything, and I was like, I'm out. I'm out.
Are you still a little hurt?
No, I just am
Is it hard
not.
to go back to the scene of the crime?
No, it's not that. I just don't want to waste my time when I don't know if I'm going to find something.
But isn't that just because it's been good lately? Like
I
you've
think,
been
yeah,
finding
the
things
racks
outside, yeah,
the racks have been so good lately that I don't want to gamble with the
yeah.
bins not being good and missing out on
I mean,
other
in
places.
the last month or so, you've had 2 Goodwill grand openings and like 3 or 4
Mm-hmm.
church sales.
Yeah.
Not to mention just what you have found
Mm-hmm.
in general. Like
Mm-hmm.
you don't need the bin stuff.
No, this
I
is
mean,
true.
you don't need to. The bins are the lottery.
It is a
It's all
lottery.
gambling
It
because you don't know
is.
what you're going to get
Right.
anyways. But the bins is definitely lottery.
Mm-hmm.
The racks are the scratch offs, real
Yeah.
quick hitters. The bins are the Powerball. There could be a bigger jackpot.
Yeah.
You got to wait a little bit more. It's
Yeah.
not
It's more
instant.
work. Yeah.
You got to wait till 9 o'clock at night when they draw the numbers. Like it's more like time involved. Where the rack's just that quick scratch.
Yeah.
You're in and out. It's true though, right?
That is
You
true.
like
That is
You
true.
like that
Yeah.
analogy?
Yeah. But yeah, I just haven't wanted to spend the time there.
But I think that would be different if you were struggling elsewhere, right?
If I needed inventory, I would go there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just another thing of what we love about fall.
Mm-hmm. It's just better.
Well, yeah, you get the garage sales, you get the church sales, you get a lot more of those things that everybody, like I said before, held off on summer because it was too hot. Not to mention, August and September are best sales months.
Yeah.
Historically and still.
and right now too. And year over year it's been growing. So
So
August
like
and
the vibes
September,
are high, you're finding things, like
Yeah.
things are good right
yeah,
now.
August and September were our best months. So that's good.
Yeah. August and September this year. August was our best month ever. September was our second best month ever. Last year, August and September were our best months of that year.
Yeah.
So we thrive right now.
It's so good.
Which also makes me bring up a point. We are now several months into the free shipping. Your thoughts on it?
I
Now
like
that we're months in.
I like it. I think it's going really well. I get like it's hard. We are selling more. And I know that these are typically our busier months to begin with, but I think that it's helping our sales even more.
I'm encouraged by the fact that one, our store size this year is pretty much the same as it was last year, right? So there's no bigger.
Yeah,
it's
stayed
not
the same.
like, well, you better sell more. You doubled the size of your store. We did not do that.
No. We've been sitting at like 15 to 1600 for a year.
Yeah. And people have said, we got the shipping topic is probably the most passionate topic in reselling.
Mm-hmm.
Like people get fired up and very in their ways on this. I am happy to see that August and September being our best months, that continued.
Yeah.
Right? Because if we were like, hey, August and September historically are our best months and we're not doing well,
Mm-hmm.
you would be like, God, maybe we made a mistake. Maybe we shouldn't have done free
Right.
shipping. So I'm happy to see that it at least has not negatively
No,
impacted.
it's definitely positive.
What I think ultimately will be the true tell of how much it helps is like February,
Oh,
January,
like our slow
February,
months.
which is historically our slowest months.
January was this year was good,
But
but February is awful.
well, February is historically our worst month.
Yeah.
But the right after Christmas
Right.
slowdown
Yeah,
does hit.
that's true.
When we pick up, when things get a little bit better, it's kind of into January
Mm-hmm.
where people have kind of stopped the Christmassy stuff.
Yeah.
Because we do see a slowdown the couple weeks before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone talks about ramping up for Q2 or Q4 and
Mm-hmm.
getting all your boxes and supplies. That ain't us.
I feel like never like because we sell pre-owned clothing, and you're not gonna. Not a lot of people are gonna give gifts of pre-owned clothing.
No.
We're not like a gift store.
No.
So we don't necessarily see that huge Q4, which is fine.
No.
I mean, our busiest times of year right now, Q3.
Yeah, we're just living the good life.
Mm-hmm.
Cuban cigars and yachts and no, not that good. But so I was glad to see historically it has stayed the same.
Mm-hmm.
But we also talked about revisiting if we were going to up prices for weight and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
shipping heavier stuff. I don't see a need at the moment.
Well, okay, I will. With that is because we are not selling $20 to $30 items. You know, if we were selling $20 to $30 items and they were heavy, we would have to raise our prices because the shipping from here to California is $10.
Yeah,
So that wouldn't make sense.
correct.
But right now we are listing things that are our average for the month of October. Our average sales price is $101.
Yeah, I looked this morning. It's down to 75.
Oh, okay. So $75.
But still, like that's our average sales
Our average
price.
sale price is $75. So that's, I mean, I would think that's
You
really,
could-
really good.
There's some room for shipping in there.
Yeah. Yes.
Valid point.
If our average sales price was $20 to $30, I would not do free shipping.
Yeah,
I would 100%. It would not work for us.
that makes sense. We have also in those 2 months or so priced to incorporate shipping versus what was already in our store.
Right. This is true. Old inventory, we didn't change prices, but this inventory, new inventory, since we've done the shipping change, I have upped the price a little bit.
Yeah, so we are at least accounting for it going forward. But I will tell you, I have really been pleased with a lot of the old stuff
Yeah,
that
get
we
it out.
have sold
Get it out.
to the point where, like, I don't think we've lost money on anything, but we've probably come pretty close to breaking even. And it's like, get it out of the store.
Yeah.
But it's like twofold. One, it's getting out of the store. Two, it's giving eBay a sale. So showing, hey, the store is active. People are buying things. I think that helps the algorithm
Right.
and all that good stuff. Versus pulling it out of the store and donating it.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't see the need to go back and like up old prices.
No, because it's old anyways. Just get rid of it.
Well, and it's been like that for 2 months and hasn't sold at the price that it's currently at. Like,
Right.
is raising the price going to help it
No.
sell?
No, definitely not. We still have offers turned off. On my, like the higher end items that I have listed, I do have offers on, but I have set an amount.
Yeah.
So
I wonder. We used to get so many lowball offers. Like I think of Poshmark, and we're just dealing with lowballs
oh gosh,
all
Poshmark,
day, every
it's
day.
ridiculous.
But I think of cutting that out of eBay because eBay, all of these platforms are so like, oh, that hurts the algorithm. That hurts. Don't do that. Don't decline an offer, counter. What? Like it's always like,
Something.
don't do that. So it is kind of nice that we cut dealing with the lowball crap
That is
out
really
of
nice.
eBay.
It is really nice because I will say we do sometimes get messages giving an offer, like asking if we will take an offer, and the offers that they send in a private message are always way more realistic than the lowball offers that you can just send out and not have,
Yeah.
And most of the time, if they send a message with an offer, we take it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which another thing, eBay, for all the don't do this, don't do that, do this, do that, and it's gotten a little better, but make it easier to send people offers.
Yeah. What do you mean? Like in a message? I thought
'Cause
they were changing that.
It has gotten better.
But it hasn't.
But there we may, hey, like we sent you this offer, it expired. We can't send you another offer because you didn't accept or counter the offer we sent you previously. And it's like, just let me send it again.
At eBay Open, they did say something about in messaging there will be an offer tab.
You can see it.
But sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not there. So I'm like, okay, have it please always be there.
I do really appreciate that they added that amount.
Yeah.
Because you used to be like, I have no idea what I sent this person.
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah.
you'd send them an offer that was higher and they'd be like, what the hell? And you're like, sorry, I have no idea what I sent.
I don't remember what I say. That is true.
It is nice to be able to see that.
Yeah.
But if I send somebody a $45 offer and they're like, hey, will you do 40? Well, okay, I need you to counter that offer.
Yeah.
Or what? Like, let me just send you a 40.
Right. Make it easier.
Like, let me just send it. So for all this, like, do this, do that, make it easier to make these deals.
Yeah.
Or like, how many times have we like talked to somebody because they send reasonable offers? You don't get the bully. You don't get the bully offers like, oh, $100 and they offer you 10.
No.
Nobody messages you, hey, would you take
nobody.
10?
Nobody does. Well, we haven't had that yet.
Yeah.
But like, I think because offers are so easy to just send out and they're like, I'm going to just shoot for it. I'm going to just try it, But in a message, it's intentional. You have to be intentional to what you're writing and what you're putting and like you're asking for the offer instead of just sending it. So we haven't gotten the absurd, ridiculous offers.
But how many times have we had to then change the price of the listing because we couldn't send an offer?
Yeah.
Like, okay, let me change the price of the listing. I should be able to just send you an offer.
Right.
I should be able to send you 20 offers of 20 different prices and you pick which one you want. Because why? You're going to pick the lowest one.
Yeah.
So pick the lowest one. Or if I send you a 40 and you message back and say, how about 35? I should be able to fire off 35 too.
Exactly.
And it should just cancel out the other one.
Yeah. Well, that's how Poshmark is. Poshmark is I think Poshmark is way easier with offers.
Yeah.
You get the low offers all the time and it's unfortunate that you can't turn that off. But
I wonder from a business standpoint, how much time do we save now that we don't have to deal?
Well, there's two ways to think about that. Because yes, it is saving time in a sense having to deal with lowball offers, but then again, an argument could be how many sales are we missing out on?
I guess we'll never know.
I don't know.
That was my Kanye impression.
That wasn't good.
You just don't know what I was referring to. So how do you know? You might have said that was actually fantastic. I'll show you later. I guess we'll never know. I'll show you. I should do more editing on this and drop this in so people will see it and they'll be like, dang, he's good. He's good.
Okay.
I guess we'll never know.
But
no,
I do get that, but I feel like the serious buyers then message us.
This is true. And that's very valid because I feel like we have just gotten rid of the lowball offers that are just ridiculous and annoying.
And I've also, from watching other YouTubers and things like that, I've been kind of on this quest to find some smaller channels that I like. And so I've been watching a lot of like low view stuff because like love Harry Tornado and we watch all his videos.
Yeah.
But like I kind of want to get into the dirt of it a little bit.
Well, and I think this isn't bashing any resellers, but I think the bigger resellers are kind of out of touch with the everyday daily.
What us peons do?
Yeah, because we live off this income. We do it every day. Like, this is our main source of income. This is my main source of income. So I have to still keep up on the trends. I have to still know what's selling. I have to still like do all the research. Where the big resellers, they don't need the reselling money.
Yeah.
They don't. They use the YouTube money, and they don't really necessarily have to keep up with all the inner workings of the platforms and the trends and everything.
Yeah.
So it is nice to watch smaller YouTubers because they are in it, and you know for a fact they're actually doing the work.
Yeah. And I think it's to your point, more real, right? More of what we experience. And I noticed that a lot of people have said that August and September were very good months for them. Some said that they struggled. Some of the people that said they did well ran very large sales.
Oh. Why would you run a sale in the best months of the year?
Well, so it's not their best month,
That's
right?
true,
So
that's
it's all
true.
whatever.
It's relative.
Where yes, exactly your point. It would be dumb for us to run a sale right now. But what I'm really curious is what I said before, like January and February, when we really tell the effects of free shipping, that might be the time to run sales and things like that. But I like the smaller channels. The reason I was saying that is because they are in it, they're doing those different things, right? Hustle at Home Mom, we love her. She's not talking about running sales and trying to like pick up her eBay store, right? Harry Tornado's on Whatnot. He's not doing eBay Poshmarky things. A lot of them who are doing their own live selling sites. And like that is more of the content and the stuff that I'm interested in.
Yeah. I get it.
So that's why I've been trying to look for a new. So I say that, guys, if you have a YouTube channel reselling related that you like, that's not everybody knows them.
Yeah. Recommendations on YouTubers to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, like we said, we love Resell Mania.
Yeah.
He's so good at an everything seller. And I do learn a lot for hard goods and sporting equipment and like Gorp Corey stuff from him.
Yeah,
so he's good.
And we as we get older, like mountainous things.
I know. We need to take a trip to Montana.
I just want to meet that cat.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Mrs. Hank.
Hank, yeah.
Because it's really
He's
a girl.
so cute, yeah.
But yeah, so if you have any recommendations, because I really like, and I think a lot of you guys watch us or listen because you want to learn brands or just different selling techniques. And I think a lot of the bigger ones are
They've lost touch. It's entertainment.
It's more entertainment.
It's entertainment, yeah, which is bad. I mean, that's awesome.
Which
that's
once
great.
you guys get us to 100,000
entertainment
subs,
only.
Entertainment only.
We always wonder, like, if these huge YouTubers, if they like actually buy the inventory that they're like purchasing at Goodwill, if they actually buy it, or if it's all for show and they don't buy anything.
I say most of it goes back.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah, most of it goes back. Well, so many of them now are just like show and tells.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, let's walk around the Goodwill. I'll show you what's for sale today. I'm like, oh, okay.
I could do that.
Yeah, and also I don't necessarily care what's for sale at your Goodwill.
Yeah.
Where's my local Goodwills should do that.
That is true. That's a good marketing.
If I ran
for
Goodwill of the Triad or whatever the heck it's called here, I would do that.
Be careful, because you might get a new job. That'd be awesome.
Oh.
Behind the scenes, Johnny at Goodwill.
I would need a stage name. I was putting my clothes away
Johnny
today.
Goodwill.
I was being a good adult, and I was adulting this morning, putting my clothes away. I made the mistake of watching a Macho Man, Randy Savage documentary, and found myself talking in my head like the Macho Man for like an hour and a half.
Oh my God.
And you're actually lucky I haven't been talking like it on this podcast, because I actually
do it a little bit.
Oh yeah. I told myself not to. I'm going two different places with this. One, maybe my persona of being like Johnny Goodwill. I would talk like the Macho Man, but
Okay.
show you what was in
Yo,
the
this is
store.
Johnny Goodwill.
Yeah,
I don't know how to say.
it's more. I'd be like, oh yeah, look at these teacups. You need these teacups. Like I would do it like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're marking up Ralph Lauren. You're gonna pay top dollar for that. Yeah. But that's what I would do. So if the local Goodwill or any Goodwill would like to hire me, Johnny Goodwill,
Johnny Goodwill.
it will be like a Macho Man persona.
A show and tell.
Yeah. And then the second part, I was thinking, how have we never been the Macho Man and Miss Elizabeth for Halloween?
That's a fail.
I think that is
That
just
is a
a
fail.
total miss.
I have my Halloween costume for this year, though.
Yeah, do you want to share with what your
I am gonna
Frizz
be.
is going to a Halloween party?
Yep, it's a girl Halloween party. I'm gonna be Jareth from the Labyrinth,
Yes.
the David Bowie.
Yes. Are you gonna?
I'm gonna get my whole outfit from Goodwill.
Are you going to put the crotch bulge in your pants
No,
that he had?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
I actually watched a video about that.
Oh, really?
And that was intentional.
Was it a cup?
It was, yeah. And
Yeah.
but it was intentionally done to show like masculinity
the
and
manly
like so
man.
interesting. So you may need to stuff your pants.
Huh? I don't know if I can. I don't know.
Was it last year or the year before? I was St. John and you were St. John's Bay.
Yeah, that was last year.
That was last year. I wonder what happened to that costume.
It's in the corner over there.
No, that's my rock and roll wig.
Oh, then I don't know where it is. We are so organized.
Yeah, so organized. Frizz, we went to a couple church rummage sales lately. Church rummage sales picking up. I'm going to say hands down the best way to source.
Yeah, it is. I do appreciate a good church rummage sale.
Although the one we went to yesterday, they were borderline Goodwill prices.
They were Goodwill prices. Everything was $5. Jackets were $8. That's Goodwill prices.
Yeah. What I do appreciate though is very few church sales have like the premium section. So I did find some purple label Ralph Lauren new with tag corduroy pants.
I mean, that's amazing. That
for
was the best
$5.
side. That was the best find for sure. I don't think I found anything outstanding, just a lot of bread and butter. But at this church rummage sale yesterday, we got there a little bit early, but we were not first in line. Everyone in line in front of us beelined it to the jewelry.
Yeah.
Like nobody was looking at the clothes or anything else other than the jewelry, or they went to the hard goods room. So that was nice. We were like kind of first with the clothing.
I the more that we go to like church sales and things like that, like should we be embracing other things?
Well, yeah, I would love to get into jewelry. I mean, I would love to. I just don't know enough about it, but I think I want to learn. I definitely want to learn jewelry for sure. I think jewelry for me over hard goods. We went into the hard goods room after we got done with the clothing, and I just like I don't know anything. It all looks like junk to me. And I know it's not all junk, but like I'm not a decorator. Like our house is not like some Instagram picturesque worthy like interior designed
No, it's
house
cats and death piles
at all. So I just don't know. That's not my interest. My
Yeah.
interest is not like interior design.
But your interest wasn't clothing when I first met
No,
you.
this is true. So I can always learn. I mean, I could definitely always learn it, but it's just right now not an interest.
I wonder what people would say, because there's people who would look at us doing clothes and be like, never in a million years. am I
Yeah, I'm sure
touching that.
a lot of people don't like clothes.
So I'm wondering what people like would like if you said, "Hey, should I do hard goods or jewelry?" Like I wonder what people would say. Like somebody who was into hard goods or somebody was into jewelry, like kind of what they would say. Like
Well, let us
to
let us
me,
know.
jewelry, like you just said, ultra competitive.
Very competitive.
And
At
so
estate sales, at church sales, like I've seen they're very
so
competitive.
hard to learn because if you're not there first, you're kind of last because they're just taking it all up. And then like how do you then learn? Because you have to know what's plated, 18 karat, 24
Yeah, I know like the
weights.
925 and like things but I will say like our Goodwills do not have jewelry out. All of and the workers have told me this, that their jewelry, if they get donated any jewelry, goes straight to their
Shop Goodwill.
corporate
Oh,
shop,
yeah.
corporate, and they deal with it. So if we have jewelry in there, it's costume jewelry.
Yeah.
So I know like our
Which is
Goodwill,
why
I won't.
everybody at estate sales and church sales
Yeah, we won't
go
find
nuts.
any jewelry at our Goodwills, but yeah, at the estate sales, I know like I found one 925 bracelet, Pandora bracelet at the Salvation Army one time because for some random reason I walked in and there was just a display of all jewelry and it was $1 a piece. They must have got it donated a crap ton. So I did go through it and I did find the Pandora
Yeah.
like whatever and it sold really fast.
For a
But I
lot.
just don't come across it enough to learn.
Yeah. Well, that's the hard part, right? Because I feel like hard goods, you can be a little more hands-on and like look things up. Like you can't go to a church sale or an estate sale, go to the jewelry section, take a piece, photograph
Right.
it,
Yeah, I
look,
can't. Yeah.
because they're all like,
You got to
gimme,
kind
gimme,
of
gimme.
know what you're looking for already. Yeah, that's
So
true
jewelry
too.
to me would be very, very intimidating.
It is, but I wouldn't mind learning it.
But that, yeah, you're right. The hard good. Although you bought a butter bell,
Oh, I bought a Butterbell at a church rummage sale, but just for me,
but
because I want a Butterbell.
because you melt the butter in it.
No, it's not melted butter in it. Like you room temp the butter and you put it in your Butterbell, and then you fill the Butterbell with water. You put the butter thing on top, and it sits out. You don't have to keep it in the refrigerator. So you have soft butter.
But it like you don't get bacteria.
No, you have to clean it every now and then, I'm sure.
No, in the butter.
No, I don't think so, because the water, I think, seals it.
Hmm.
The water is used to like seal it.
Hmm.
I have seen some videos where it can get moldy. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I have the Butterbell. I just haven't put butter in it yet. It's on my list of things
Sounds
to
about
do.
right. Sounds about right.
So if anybody has tips on Butterbell usage, put them down in the comments there.
Frizz, a lot going on. Next weekend, you are camping.
Yeah, next week I'm going
I'm
camping.
going to Atlanta. The Bills play in Atlanta Monday night next week. So when you guys are watching episode 10, I will be in Atlanta.
Oh, that's fun. We got to film
Where the players play.
We got to film the podcast soon then.
Yeah, we'll have to do. I leave Saturday. You leave Friday. Yeah, so
We have a friend coming into town too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she's going to come into town, stay for a couple days with us.
Our old nanny is coming to visit.
Our au pair.
Our au pair.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Our au pair.
Au pair.
We are not fancy enough to have nannies or au pairs
No,
at this
she's
point.
just a friend.
And then we have. I think life settles down for a little bit after that.
I don't know, because then in November.
Oh, November 6th is the meetup, like we
and
talked
then our
about.
birthdays are our anniversary, and then the holidays come, and it's just going to be a lot, I think, for the rest of the year.
Oh man.
I want to get pumpkins for our front porch.
I know we didn't get any pumpkins when we were in Boone.
No.
And then normally the last few years we've gone to Indy for Christmas. We're staying local because Frizz wants to decorate.
Yeah, I want to decorate the house for Christmas, and also my dad turns 80 in January, and I think we're gonna go up to Indy to visit him for his 80th birthday.
Yeah.
Rather than do Christmas.
Yeah, Indy in January sounds nice.
It is. It's gonna be very cold, very icy.
Gymna. The cool thing I do enjoy about going to Indy is that Dick's Outlet store.
That's good.
Going, Gone or whatever.
We do have one in Charlotte.
We should maybe we'll do a little retail arbitrage. We'll try.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something.
What?
I don't know. I lost my marbles. I was Buffalo last weekend. Thrifting in Buffalo, absolutely terrible.
Ugh.
Probably one of the worst places to thrift.
When I went to Buffalo with you guys last year and you guys went to the game and I thrifted during the game, I found one thing and I went to 8 stores.
Yeah.
I found one thing in 8 stores.
I
So
went
that was rough.
I went to Buffalo with my dad. I think I told you guys we went to the Bills game. They won, of course. But my dad, my mom and dad, they're not thrifters per se. How would you describe them in the thrifting sense?
Your mom loves to thrift.
They love to thrift and they will randomly buy a thing or two here or there
Yeah.
and put like a thing or two on Marketplace.
Yeah.
It is extremely inconsistent. They kind of get like a hair up the butt and they'll do it and then they stop and like whatever. So my dad was like, "Hey, we're killing a little time. If you want to go into a couple Goodwills, let's do it." So I was like, sure, I'll take advantage of it. What the hell else are we doing? We're just kind of driving around. If you've been to Buffalo, not a ton to do. Other than
You can eat.
A lot of visiting Buffalo is just waiting to be hungry.
I mean, you did knock off a lot of the food that you needed to eat there.
Guys, the only fruit or vegetable I had was the lettuce and onion on my subs
Oh my gosh.
for 3 days.
All brown food.
All brown food, all the tannest of tans. The sausage was tan, the bread was tan, the chicken wings were tan.
It's so good though.
The sponge candy, all of it. But I say that to say, my dad said, "Hey, we can go to a couple thrift stores," and I was like, "Cool." So I'm going through some things, and then like 2 minutes later, like he's like a child, like he's just waiting by me, staring at me.
He's just following you around
Because
like
he's
a
just
puppy.
like, "Okay, I'm ready to go now. Like, I don't want any of this." He's like, "I'm doing this for you, but like, I've got nothing to do here." So I was just like, "Hey, we can go." And he's like, "Oh, you didn't find anything?" And I'm like, "Well, normally I go through all of this." But from what I did see, there was nothing. There was a couple things I looked up, but wasn't really worth it. I will say northern clothes much more worn. I think of when we went to Boston too, the things in the thrift stores had much more miles on them than they do in the South.
I wonder why that is.
Well, you don't have the winters.
Yeah,
the
harsh, cold winters.
A lot. More blue collar.
Oh, you think? Okay.
Just kind of wearing it a little bit
Yeah.
more. Like we lived in Florida and even here, like somebody mows our lawn. In the north, they mow their lawn.
Yeah.
Nobody in Florida mows their own lawn.
No.
Well, not nobody, because someone will comment and say, "My husband mows their lawn." Not many people mow their lawn in Florida. They all have people.
Well, because they're all older and they.
Well, either
can't.
way, though, we weren't, right? And I
No,
wasn't
this is
mowing.
true.
That grass hurts. But up north, like, you do it. You snow shovel. Like,
Yeah, it's
maybe
hard
you have
work.
somebody come and clear the driveway, but like, you're out there working it. And I think your clothes
Show it.
reflect that harshness. Where like here we're just a little daintier.
Southerners are a little daintier. This is true.
It's why they lost the war. No, but I say that to say the clothes I think are a little bit more worn. So even when you find things that like maybe you're like maybe you're like
just too worn.
it's a little too worn. Where I don't think we say that a lot down here.
No.
It may have a stain or have a little pilling, but I feel like the clothes aren't as worn.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
And so we went to maybe like 4 Goodwills and
Nothing.
and
It happens.
also you're not going to buy one thing.
I would.
On a trip, like a bread and butter, like
If it was good. Oh, if it was bread and butter, no, I wouldn't. But if it was
Correct.
good, I would buy it.
Yeah. So
So I did buy the one thing that I found.
And I did obviously just go through the men's section. I wasn't going to go through the women's. But you're kind of looking for the big heavy hitters.
You
And
didn't find any?
no, but there was a lot of like, if I was at home, I'd get this. If I was at home, I'd get this. But like, I didn't. You know what I will say? I didn't notice markups though.
Do they have barcodes or do they have color tags?
You know what? I don't even know. I never got that close. I
Oh,
never got
okay.
that close to a purchase
Yeah.
that where I even looked.
Huh.
So I guess maybe I don't even know that things were marked up or not. There was not like a premium section.
No.
The only thing that they do is they put all the sport stuff in one area.
Okay.
So if it's like a Bill shirt,
Oh, like
it's
all the
in,
sporting clothes and
yeah,
stuff?
or like
Oh.
if it's a New York Knicks shirt, it's in like the sport section.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, Northern Thrifting is definitely a little bit of a different breed.
But their garage sales are so good.
I know. And there was a lot of them going on last weekend, and church sales and estate sales.
Because I think like in the north, nobody like you live there forever, right? It's like
It's less transient.
generations and generations, and you just collect all this stuff because you've lived there forever.
Yeah.
In the south, it's more like we moved here, so we
Yeah.
got rid of all of our stuff before we moved. So I think you don't find those like real old.
And also, something interesting, they didn't have a lot of professional sports teams going back.
What do you mean?
Like, you think of, like, here in North Carolina, right? The Panthers came
Oh,
in
you mean like
in the
they're
mid-90s.
They're newer.
You know, all the baseball teams and stuff in Florida, all the sports teams in Florida, besides the Bucks, really, were the 90s or newer. So they don't have like all that cool, like vintage sports stuff that everybody loves to find. Like those teams didn't exist.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you get up
So you gotta go up
north,
to the north to
and you
find
have
that.
like great grandpa's Packer collection from always.
Yeah.
You know, and there wasn't like, if great grandpa was a Packers fan who lived in Charlotte 50 years ago, there was no way to get Packer stuff in Charlotte. So it doesn't exist.
That is.
So it's harder to find a lot of that stuff. So I think like you can go up north and find more of that cool vintage stuff and all of that because
it's just it's been up there for always.
yeah. And like nobody moves like
No.
even out of their house.
Yeah. Yeah, you just live there forever.
Yeah.
Generate and then pass down.
Yeah.
Like how.
Apparently. But like, you know, I have like a lot of friends who like their parents live in the house
That their parents lived in?
well, no, but just that like when we were 3.
Oh, yeah.
That's where they lived. And now 40 years later,
They still live there.
still live in that house. And it's all accumulated, right? Like, oh, my brothers and sisters moved out, but this is all their stuff still sitting in the rooms. And where it doesn't get cleared out until they pass. And then you got to go through it and you're like, dang, here's all my high school stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure my parents, even though they live here, have my yearbooks and
Really?
like those
My
kind of
parents got
things.
rid of all this. I wish they would have kept
They
all my
wanted
stuff.
no trace of you. Get
No,
her.
they got rid of all my good, like all my Y2K stuff that would be so cool right now to list. No, my mom got rid of all that.
So I will say that my parents moved to North Carolina 8-10 years ago.
They got rid of all
That's when
that.
they got rid of my stuff.
They got rid of all your good stuff that you would have.
So my late 80s, early 90s stuff were still in my parents' house in 2012 and 2015. Had they not moved,
Get it back.
had they not moved, it would probably still be
there.
in that bedroom.
For sure.
Man, they threw
Darn.
away some cool stuff. All right, it is almost time for football, so we are signing off on episode 9. Do not forget, if you're local, sign up for the
come to our
the
meetup.
little meetup.
It'll be fun.
It's free to sign up. The only thing you'd have to pay for is lunch if you eat. If not, we're gonna hang out. You guys can
Bring your questions.
bring
for
your
Goodwill.
questions to Goodwill. Where were you on the night of June 3rd? And then we'll thrift around. You'll get to hang out with us.
That'll be fun.
That should be a good
And
thing.
then and consignment chats too.
Yeah, Molly and I think Libby's going to be there as well. So good times to be had by all. And we'll see you guys on episode 10.